Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In today's video, we're continuing south on US-98 concurrent with State Road 700 South, starting at mile 567 as we cross the Kissimmee River and enter Okeechobee County. The Kissimmee River once followed a winding, natural course through central Florida, but between 1962 and 1971, much of it was straightened into the C-38 canal for flood control. That solved some flooding problems, but it also drained wetlands and changed the river's ecosystem. The major restoration project that followed has been one of the largest river restoration efforts in the country, reconnecting parts of the old river channel and restoring flow to many miles of floodplain. Just after the river, we enter the Basinger area. Basinger is an unincorporated community, and it's not quite the same as Fort Basinger, which is just back across the river on the Highlands County side. Fort Basinger was built in 1837 during the Second Seminole War and named for Lieutenant William E. Basinger, who was killed in Dade's Massacre. The Basinger community on this side of the river developed later as a small cattle and river settlement. By around 1900, Basinger had grown into a small but active cattle and river community with stores, churches, a schoolhouse, and accounts of hotels and local social gatherings before activity shifted toward Okeechobee after the railroad arrived. Today the road keeps the same rural feel, with 2 lanes, open pasture, scattered palms, small roadside businesses, and local stretches of trees and utility lines along the shoulder. Here we got behind a slow-moving U-Haul truck, and after waiting for a break in oncoming traffic, I made the pass. Once I got into the left lane, I found that there were actually 2 more vehicles ahead holding things up with big gaps between them. On a 2-lane highway like this, that's exactly the kind of situation where you normally don't want to pass more than 1 vehicle at a time. But by that point, I'd already committed to it and had to get around safely. Fortunately, we had just enough room, a clear sight line, and a fast enough car to finish the pass, but don't try this at home. Through this stretch, US-98 and SR-700 continue across rural northern Okeechobee County, with the roadway staying mostly straight and flat. This is ranch country, with scattered homes, small commercial spots, drainage canals, pastureland, and tree lines that break up the open view. Off to the south, Lake Okeechobee is a big regional landmark, while nearby outdoor attractions include the Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail on the Herbert Hoover Dike, and farther north, Kissimmee Prairie Preserve State Park, known for wide open dry prairie, wildlife viewing, and dark night skies. As we get closer to the end of this stretch, the roadside becomes more developed with more businesses, signs, traffic, and turning movements ahead. We reach a T intersection with State Road 70 and turn left to join that highway in a concurrency. SR 70 runs west toward Lake Placid, Arcadia, and the Bradenton area, while to the east it continues toward Fort Pierce and the Treasure Coast. After the turn, we're on Park Street with US 98, SR 700, and SR 70 now sharing the same roadway. We conclude today's video at mile 585. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.